All right, everybody. We're going to go through the baseball slate for this evening. And unfortunately, or well, some might consider fortunate, um, Lucas Giolito was not taken in off the COVID list. So there are officially no pitchers that you can play. I mean, literally every pitcher's terrible. There's almost every slate since I've been doing these, there's at least one pitcher with a value score, at least the way I rank them, of over 35. This is the first slate that's of any consequence that has like more than 5 games where you literally have nobody. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, you do have to pick. You do have to play a couple of them, but please don't do anything chalky. Is literally every play is terrible. I mean, I'm looking at some of these ownerships, and let's just see if we can't quite figure this out on DraftKings first. So DraftKings, I'm like, then we'll look at the hitting in a minute. So Capillion looks about 20%. Barrios looks about 25%. Bundy's going to be about 20%. Brubaker 16%. Jameson Talley on a 9,300 is going to be 25. Looks like 25%. This is beyond awful. But you do have to play 2 pitchers, so you have to come up with something. Here's a couple of guys I want to look into just for fun. Is there any way that they can let Brady Singer actually pitch? I don't think so. I mean, he's got 3 innings, 2 innings. You know what I mean? They're just not doing it. So I guess that's not possible. I guess what it's going to have to be, if I'm going to really just take the lowest owned guy, maybe the Reek Detmers. I mean, look, he did have a complete game his last start. That's something, right? Doesn't strike anybody out, but I mean, at low ownership, I don't know. Well, you say he's projected to get more. I mean, I don't know where anybody's presuming that though from Brady Singer. I have no evidence of that. I mean, let's take a look at it. I mean, any news in here? I'm looking. They've recalled him again. 27th man. Let's think around the 5th man. If he outperforms a starter in game 1. What did he do in his last start? His last start, he did. What does this note says? Failed to skip the 4th inning, reaching 4 walks in his start last week. I don't even see that start last week. I don't even know what's going on. So I can't imagine playing them. So for me, it's probably going to be the Detmers. It's probably going to be what I do. I guess. It's almost random. So even worse, right? Before we go to FanDuel, what are you going to do with stacks? I mean, it's just such a freaking chalk fest. I mean, what are you going to do except San Francisco and the Yankees? I mean, honestly. I mean, you listen. I can come up with some good some pivots just for just to be a pain in the ass. What are we really going to do? Well, first of all, what is this? It's a notification. I thought it was some kind of something that's going to tell me what I'm supposed to do. Now, first of all, the Dodgers. I mean, I don't even know who's playing yet. You know what I mean? Because their game is still going on. So that's always a possibility. But it's San Francisco and the Yankees. I mean, this is they just kind of lay over the field here, and they're being owned as a result. And I'm trying to squint some pivots here, and it's just hard. I think the best thing I can come up with is maybe Colorado, I guess, or maybe Toronto or Atlanta, maybe, or Houston. There you go. That's something. Houston, Atlanta, Toronto. Yeah, I think those are going to end Colorado. So if you wanted to get different, that's what you would do. But make no mistake, the Yankees and San Francisco are kind of tough. But I brought this up in my early preview. You know, listen, it's only a 2-game sample size, whatever. But this Chad Kuhl character has, if I'm not mistaken, 2 starts in Coors. And 1 start, he was 7 1/3 and gave up only 3 runs. And another one against Philadelphia, he had 6 innings and gave up 2 hits and no runs. Huh? What? I mean, not that you're supposed to play him at 9K or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, Justin's coming up with like the logical ones, right? So it's Colorado, Houston, Angels. You know, you could try the White Sox again. And on FanDuel, I mean, you just can't. I mean, you could play Yankees and San Francisco together, and you know what I mean. But you're just not getting anywhere. You just can't get anywhere that way. Looks like everything's so freaking efficient tonight. And even when I run through SaberSim, which will usually get me some baloney, you can't even get any baloney. I mean, like that's how much these. Unfortunately, these chalk monsters kind of lay over the field tonight. I mean, you have the Yankees have been crushing it, and Baltimore is probably throwing their worst pitcher. So I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, look, it's baseball, so anything can happen, obviously. And all the other spots are just so fishy. Like I wanted to, I'm thinking of Houston, but I you know when I put my FanDuel lineup together, my big one, I first had Houston in there, and then I'm thinking, you know, like I really want to play Houston against the Evaldi instead of, you know, Yankees or San Francisco. I know you get a great ownership discount, but it's hard to it's really hard. It's just hard. That's the best I can describe it. I'll tell you what you could do. I mean, you could go against the Detmers. You could play Rangers. You want to do that, or you can certainly play the Angels. So, I don't know. So yeah. So what do you need here? Well, what you need, unfortunately, is something that's you're kind of tough stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Because you need more at bats, but the only way you can get them is if you give up your lead probably in your tournament. So you probably just have to just eat it and just hope you hang on for second somehow, right? A little annoying, right? I get it. Is there any possible way we could get everything we want here out of him, out of you? What are you in second? No, you're in third actually. Oh, you're tied for second, right? Anybody gonna get a win out of this? No. Um, Anybody coming up here that you need to fade? Probably not. No one's got Hager up, so you're just kind of hoping that you hang on here. Anybody coming from behind you? Probably not. So you'll probably get the second, or tied for second, which is fine. Obviously. Obviously, we would all take that. Oh, Kimbrel, you and your freaking arm. Whatever you got going on there. Oh, that's a strike. Yeah, that's definitely a strike. So just to keep in mind, the NBA, if you played the NBA, there's two things going on tonight. There is a 2-game slate that goes through which goes through 2 days. And in addition to that, you have the showdown slate tonight, and both of them are really hanging on to Marcus Smart news. You know, he's I think been dubbed a true game time decision. So that's something you have to, you know, if you're gonna play the NBA, you got to be on top of that. White Sox. Oh, the White Sox is a watered down lineup. Not surprised. Let me see. Oh, and they got the San Francisco lineup out now, right? So Longoria is out. Bart is out. What else? We got Sal Perez day to day. What is he? He was removed in the bottom 7 of game 1. So he is going to be out, I believe. I would imagine. So that's the first thing I got to do is I got to change my lineups to not have Longoria or Smart and Horford are out. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll take a look, and obviously you're going to get a big bump for Jaylen Brown, probably Pritchard, Derek White, and Horford being out. You get bumps for I guess Tice, and you get and Tatum will get more rebounds as well. But first things first, let me do the baseball first. I really don't have time to change the projections, so people just have to know those guys. So Longoria out, and Bart. I probably should do the projection update. Yeah, I'm actually I am going to. Actually, I'm going to do that. So let me wait. Hold on. Let's just see the end of this Dodger game. No, not quite. Let me unshare my. I wasn't sharing my screen in the first place. So even better. So I am going to go and update the projections. I'll do it for everything. I'll do it for I won't do it for hockey, but I'll do it for baseball and for basketball. Let me see. I just want to make sure that they've updated. Actually, Smart is probably still not even hasn't even been updated yet. So I got to wait on that one. But the San Francisco lineups. Ooh, La Stella you get. Okay, that's interesting. And I want to give everybody a heads up. I'm going to have something for you guys in the Preakness Stakes. If you guys want to, are going to bet on that. I'm going to tease it a little bit. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days. Probably going to do both cards, the Friday and the Saturday card. But I do like something in the Preakness, and I don't really like stuff in those main events all that often. But definitely like something. I mean, unless the odds are not what I think they're going to be, but well, let's see if they could end this game just so I can just get the screen back. Nope. Yeah. I'm sure that somebody needs a walk here. Somebody needs something. Actually, no, because Marte was a pinch hitter, right? So if anybody needs Marte, it's by accident. There you go. There's a strike. 2-2. And the fans are going wild. I don't know what my delay is. It's probably pretty bad. So if you guys know the results already, I'm actually not even watching the chat. Runner on third, 2-2, 2 outs. The pitch does not get the call on the lower inside part of the plate. 3-2. Marte 1 for 1 with an RBI single as a pinch hitter. Gets the sign. Pitch. Good play at shortstop to first. No! Could not make the play. The run scores. 7-6. And we have action. It continues to go. Freddie Freeman could not make the play at first. I don't know whether he was going to be out or safe. It was going to be close, though. The throw was off, but no, he was safe anyway. He was going to be safe anyway. Okay, so we got action. By the way, I'm updating the projection. I'm just killing time doing this. Okay, why would I say the next batter is? He's already at the plate. Pitch. Ball 1. Is that Luplow again? Christian Walker's on deck. That's nice to know. We don't want to see shows at the plate or anything. Small lead off first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. It is Luplow. One and one, gets the sign. The pitch. Ooh, good pitch. 1-2. That was a nasty one. Nasty slider. Well, down to their last strike again. The arm is being held out. Gets the sign, 1-2 for his 24th pitch. Brings it outside, 2-2. As I almost finished my projections here. Two and two. Comes to the set. The pitch. Outside. 3-2. The runner will be going. 3-2. Runner on first. 7-6. 2 outs. You got drama in LA. Kimbrel just missed. 3-2. Comes to the set. Gets the sign. The pitch. Fly ball foul. Fouled it back. Thought that was dead center for a second. Three and two. 2 outs. Luplow, second time through as a pinch hitter. 0 for 1 on the day. 3-2 runners will be going in the 7-6 game. Kimbrel gets the sign. To the plate. Foul back again. All right, Luplow is digging in. The arm is being held down. 3-2. Gets the sign. He's set up in high. The pitch. Another foul ball. We got all kinds of drama in Chez Ravine. Just a few blocks from Chinatown. Then it's going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Huge battle with Luplow. This is what it's all about. Kimbrel comes to the set. High. Struck him out. The Dodgers win. All right. So I just did the projections now, just in time for that drama to unfold. Yeah, no kidding, WW Fresh. Don't quit your day job. No joke. I second that. I'll do this in a second, Peyton. I just want to update the projections into the system. You know, it reminds me of WW Fresh, that Seinfeld where George is trying to think of what else he could do. You know, when he quit his job, he said, "Well, I could be a sports announcer." You know how I make those great comments during the game? Yeah, you make some good comments, but those jobs usually go to people who are in broadcasting. All right, so let me just upload these projections, see if anything's different. Well, I guarantee you that in the showdown slate, somebody had Kimbrel. So MLB sheets are updated. Yeah, like the Merv Griffin show. That was so sick. Hey, look who we've got here. So I did update the projections here. Let me just see what they look like now. Let me see if there's anything different before I just rebuild my baseballs. Well, Tommy Stella is looking like. What's Tommy Stella going to be owned like for real? He's going to bat first, whatever, at 2,100 at second base in Coors. I mean, is that real? Anyway, I guess Caprillion. Dude, you're right, by the way. They are projecting Singer to get some innings, but I can't see it. I don't know. Caprillion, Barrios, they're all the same to me. Really. Detmers. Probably Detmers just for ownership. Brubaker, but even he's 17% owned or something like that. So because you came out with that injury news, we're gonna answer your question. Peyton Wavy, favorite GPP FanDuel pitcher. I like the question, very succinct, exactly what you're asking. My favorite FanDuel pitcher is Caprillion. Couldn't be any more direct than that. And again, that's just factoring in everything, factoring in ownership, factoring it all is Caprillion. I think Barrios and Bundy probably a little bit better plays, but but with the ownership, I would rather play Caprilli. That would be my answer to that. Now let me do the NBA projections. I'll have to do it over here. I can do it over here. Yeah, good job, Mr. Mr. Rhodey. I don't even like the good job. You know what I mean? Like, what do? You didn't do anything. Guys did all the work. All right. Let's look at NBA. Let me see if the projections updated yet for the. Yeah, they did. So I'm gonna update those. Well, you know what? That is a very good question, Mr. Fresh. Now, isn't it? If only we knew the answer. And he has definitely been good, and he has definitely, as you so eloquently put it, he has sucked. Which one do we get? Well, I think he is coming in as chalk. That's my opinion. So NBA is up. Actually, almost, not quite. But I think I agree with Rhodey. I think that there's not going to be any huge chalk tonight because everybody knows that all these pitchers are terrible. I think it's going to be kind of spread out. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually update the projections on the site in time. I just can't quite. I can't. That's what I'm looking for. I can't describe why. It's kind of a technical thing. I could just kind of tell you what it looks like. Shoot. Okay. Sorry. And it's completely my fault. But I can finish doing them and then tell you what I like. It's gonna be. You know what? It's gonna be Derek White. It's gonna be Pritchard. They're gonna get the bumps. And as usual, I think that you should probably, if you're going to play the 2-game slate, I would backload the last one just because you could just do, you could just screw around a little bit more if things aren't going your way. Yeah, so I can't really, man, this stinks. What I'll do is I'll just list for you my top values from both sites. What is this? If I can't actually update it on the site. We have plenty of time anyway. But I'm leaving probably at about 7. So that game doesn't start till 8:30. All right, so let me see what this looks like. I can show you what it looks like. It's gonna look terrible on the thing though. So I'll show you what this looks like with the new, probably showing too much behind the scenes crap that you don't care about. But like right now, this is what the projections would look like if I posted them. So all it would have is the number. It wouldn't have the, the salary, the position, or anything like that. So it looks stupid. I could post it, but you'd have to just literally cut and paste this. But as you'll see, well, actually, I still even have Horford in. So, I mean, what the hell? You tell me Horford's out, right? So this is all pretty fishy. This stinks. I'm unable to do this for you guys. Let me just see something. Does this site still have Horford in? Is that the story? Let me see something. Horford. No. So why is it? Why am I still getting all of this? Hang on. NBA 2, 3. You like Barrios? I don't know. Why am I getting Horford here? I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to try this. Let's try one more time. Yeah, I guess Caprillion gets a bump. Oh, he obviously gets a bump from the reduced Minnesota lineup. So now I have at least the projections right, but can't really do anything. All right, so I am going to change my. Hang on. I'm going to post in here that these are not updated. Update sheets for Horford and Smart out. It's not going to be around to do it. I mean, it could be like 8:30, but I'm just not going to be here. So now I'm going to change my lineups here. So I'm just going to tell you actually what I get, because I am going to be playing this slate, both of them. So first, in the 2-day slate, I think that's just only fair. If I can't put the sheets up, I could at least post my builds or say what I'm doing. So in the 2-game slate, I'm playing 30 lineups. And my main source of funds is going to be directed towards Luka, and then Pritchard and Tice and Robert Williams and Derek White, which certainly makes a ton of sense. And in a 2-game slate, I really don't have much of a problem playing like Tice and Robert Williams together, for example. It's certainly not optimal in big slates, but 2-game slates, I really don't care too much about that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to redo my baseball lineups and let you know my exposures are over there. And then I'm probably going to take one more look for questions and then kind of get out of here. So let's do one more build of baseball. First, DraftKings. I'm doing both the MME and the big ones, so I'll just let you know when I have them both. Made a couple of little tweaks of my own here. And let's see what I get. And then I have to figure out whether I'm going to accept what I get or not. Probably going to get a whole bunch of Yankees again, right? I hope not. I really hope that I can get directed towards something funky. Because I want to play something funky tonight. And as you know, the MMA is coming out. Everything this weekend, from Preakness right down to every other sport. So degen galore. What am I getting? All the Yankees again? So I'm gonna get. Please don't. Well, the good news is I'm getting all kinds of Detmers, which is what I like. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm getting Angels. I like it. Okay, very good. Excellent. And some Eovaldi. Okay, this is what I want. Some Detmers, Berrios, even a Brady Singer or two. This is exactly what I want. So I'm getting some Angels. Okay. I'm still getting Yankees, but I'm getting Colorado. I'm getting all kinds of other stuff. I'm getting actually more San Francisco now than Yankees. But I'm still getting a bunch of Yankees. Oh goodness. So should I change anything? I really don't think I'm going to change anything. The pitchers are where I'm different. So let's accept that for what it is. But I have all kinds of Reed Detmers. So I guess that's where I'm going to get different tonight. And as I mentioned, I probably will end up playing maybe the Angels in my big one. That's something to do. Now let me do my FanDuel. Let me just make sure. I'll let you guys know what I have. I have like a whole bunch. I can't give you the exact amount, but I have a ton of San Francisco. But I don't know what it is about the lineup that got me more San Francisco than I had before. As far as pitching goes, Detmers is my highest owned pitcher by a ton. So that's that. Let me do FanDuel now. See what the San Francisco lineup change and the Minnesota line and all that stuff does to just to my FanDuel builds. Let me see what we got. So on FanDuel, I think I'm going to end up with Kirkbrilian, like I said, as my main pitcher over there. But we will confirm that in a momento. Yeah, FanDuel's taking a little longer to get going here. The Stella's got to be 40% owned, right? I mean, that's how you can get different is not play him because pretty much all the stacks can have him. I mean, the 1 through 5 designated stacks, like all this stuff. So, you know, I gotta get a little Seattle. That's fun. That's not bad. See, that's something you could do. I like that. And then I'll let you guys know. Actually, I will let you guys know what I did in hockey, just for the hell of it. And then I'm gonna leave. That's it. And I'll take questions if anybody has any. Looks like I've answered whatever you guys have wanted. Let's see. Change the big one in FanDuel. Playing a couple of qualifiers tonight. Maybe try to win that. Fortunately, I have not spent any money on that because from what I've heard, people spend a fortune on these things over. Then you need like nine seats to break even in these things sometimes. By the time you're done with it. Yeah, the problem is I don't even know if I can go if I win. So that is the problem, isn't it? Let me just see what I have in my big one over there. Yeah, I like the Seattle. That's fun. I like that. Okay, so last night Stella got one at bat and got yanked. Yeah, I get it. Right. Yeah, that's some kind of chalk. And just so everybody knows, as for my, I'm not going to change any of the hockey. But remember, 2-game slates are freaking war. Can't wait to the showdowns in the finals. I remember I won two showdown takedowns last year's finals. That was so much fun. So they got me hooked for this year. So Colorado is my main one, but I have a little of everything. Hopefully, I get the right combination. That's the best I can describe it. Let me check one more time at my big one in DraftKings and see what I'm doing here. I think it's gonna be, yeah. You know what? I think it is gonna be the Angels. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the case. Okay. Good luck, everybody. I got to run. My son's going away for like 6 weeks tomorrow, so we're all going out to dinner, and hope somebody takes it down. Take it easy.